Hello and welcome to the Legendary Chiropractor Podcast. I'm your host, Johnny Reuter, and this podcast is brought to you by thelegendarychiropractor.com, an interactive and immersive virtual platform for prospective chiropractic students, current chiropractic students, recent chiropractic school graduates, and even veteran doctors of chiropractic out in the field wanting just a little bit more from this profession. I hope that you enjoyed today's episode, and if you do, be sure to share with a friend, leave us a rate, leave us a review, and also be sure to subscribe to get more. Chiro HD, superior cloud-based practice management software. Chiro HD is a user-friendly, all-in-one EHR solution built with one mission: to help you run your practice like a boss. Learn more at chirohd.com. Total Clinic Solutions is your go-to source for purchasing both brand new and refurbished chiropractic equipment, as well as phone support for repairs and maintenance. Call Derek and allow him to combine your wishes and his 23 years of chiropractic equipment expertise to find what's best for you and your patients at 704-622-4089 or head to totalclinicsolutions.com now. Yo, what is going on, legendary chiropractors? Johnny Reuter here with another episode of the Legendary Chiropractor Podcast. Oh my gosh, today is a heck of a day. It's beautiful here in Chicago, Illinois. If you're watching this live, thank you for watching this. Say hello, drop a comment below if you find value in what we say. Secondly, if you're listening to this later on audio podcast, what's going on? Thank you so much for tuning into audio podcast. Thank you so much to subscribing to the podcast. And I hope, and I ask that you please leave a rate, leave a review, because we're trying to maintain that 5 stars. And it's always hard when you're, small, you get a couple thousand downloads a month, and, you go from there. And but the people that hear the message get the message and they apply the message and they're more successful for it. So that is where we're at. So thanks for the love. Thanks for the support as always. Today we're talking all about ideal clients for chiropractic students, how this relates to you, how this pertains to you, and why it's so important to understand your ideal client and the demographic you wish to work with in the future, and start planning now in chiropractic school. Start planning now in chiropractic school. So with that being said, let's dive right into things. First and foremost, chiropractic school is tough, right? And even more so when you get to student clinic and outpatient clinic, chiropractic school gets even harder, right? So when you really sit back and you think about, oh, what's my ideal client, right? The last thing you're thinking about is who you want to see. All you're thinking about is numbers for graduation. That's it. What can I do? If you're in student clinic, it's what can I do? What do I have to do to get to outpatient clinic? If you're in outpatient clinic, what do I have to do to get to peak or to get to your externship or preceptorship? If you're in your preceptorship, it's always what do I have? Easily share your passion for chiropractic and look good doing it with Above Down Apparel, offering a premium lineup of principled apparel that's impossibly soft, sustainably sourced, and chiropractic AF. Visit abovedown.co and follow them on Instagram to learn more and score yourself some sweet chiro swag. To graduate, right? So it's always looking at those next levels of your chiropractic journey, which is exactly how they have it set up, and it's exactly how the system works. However, I want those who watch this podcast, who listen to this podcast, and who share this podcast with their friends and actually apply what we say from the Legendary Chiropractor here. I want you to be the most successful chiropractors coming out of chiropractic school. One, you're going to do that through what you learn through mentorship and guiding virtually and or physically. And you're going to learn it through what you actually put into action and what you fail at and learn on later in life. So with that being said, who is your ideal client? There's a difference here between your ideal client and your target market. Big difference. Ideal client and target market. Ideal clients are found within your target market, but they are not the same thing. They are exclusive from one another. With that being said, your target market is who you are actually targeting advertisements to. Meaning, how far of a radius from your office are you targeting your market? How big is your market? And then the who in your market is the ideal client, right? And the ideal client is the demographic in which you seek to serve. Let me say that again. The ideal client is the demographic in which you seek to serve. Meaning, if you love freaking kids, and you love kiddos, and you love everything about them, and you know for a fact that you want nothing more than to adjust kids, pregnant mamas, and families all day long. That's your ideal client right there. Kiddos, pregnant mamas, and families, young families. Your target market is where you need to go to get those people. Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Google ads, local froyo shops, local smoothie shops, local salad shops, local yoga studios, local CrossFit areas, local schools, right? Like, start thinking that way, right? And I'm screaming on this podcast. Dr. Stu Hoffman, founder and president of Chiropractic Malpractice Insurance, is the foremost expert in both risk management and risk avoidance. Understanding the everyday challenges of today's practicing chiropractor and the current public perception of chiropractic has made Chiropractic the fastest growing malpractice insurance program of the last 28 years. Find out more at chiropractic.com. Imaging Services' primary business is chiropractic solutions. With over 45 years in the industry of helping chiropractors, Michael Tokash offers free consultations on building your business. In the past year, Imaging Services has installed over 100 X-ray machines and digital X-ray systems in over 42 states across the United States. For more, head to theimagingservices.com. Dr. Brad Glowacki runs one of the highest volume, highest profile, highest profitability practices in the world, and it's all run with vitalistic communication procedures. Those procedures from his office are then shared with other chiropractors at his various trainings as a part of Level Up mentoring. This information is created, developed, tested, and then packaged simplistically before being taught. With bruises and scars from making mistakes, Dr. Glow always delivers refined content that is battle-tested and simplified for use on Monday. To level up your life and practice, head over to levelupmentoring.rocks. That's levelupmentoring.rocks. Because I am very passionate about this stuff. I want you guys to be as successful as you possibly can when you cross that stage of graduation. I saw far too many people not only struggle in school, but I saw far too many people get across the chiropractic stage and look around and be like, okay, what do I do now? Where do I go? What do I do? Right? So it's like, I don't really want that for most people. I want you to be as successful as possible. So I want you to really dial in. And if you're listening to this now and you're a chiropractic student, I don't care if you're first quarter or 14th quarter, you got to be listening to this. And if you are, I want you to get out a pen and a paper right now and write down ideal client. Halfway across the page, draw a line. Underneath it, I want you to write down target market. So ideal clients are found within the target market. So what you're going to write at the top is the demographics, the exact demographics that you want in your chiropractic practice someday. So think of it as pediatrics, elderly patients, geriatrics. If you want to see athletes, if you want to see only pregnant moms, if you want to see only dads, I don't know, like start thinking who you want to see and why you want to see those people. That becomes your ideal client. That's who you need to market to. So now you go down to the lower half of the page and you look at your target market and you say, okay, where can I find the people that I just wrote down above? Okay? So that's where you need to find the people above, and that's where you need to know exactly what you're doing, who you're targeting, and where you're going to find those people. Okay? So with that being said, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. This was a shorter video, but I got to run. And I hope you have a great day. Peace and love, my friends. Bye. Again, I'm your host, Johnny Reuter, and you're listening to the Legendary Chiropractor Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you for engaging with us on all of our platforms, including, but not limited to, Facebook and Instagram, all at The Legendary Chiropractor. Be sure to check our home site out at thelegendarychiropractor.com, as we have much to offer for prospective chiropractic students, current chiropractic students, recent chiropractic school graduates, and even veteran doctors of chiropractic out in the field. And lastly, I'd like to thank not only you, our listener, but also our podcast sponsors. Without them, this show wouldn't be possible. So I encourage you to go check out their websites and what they have to offer in the show notes for this episode. Thanks again. Stay legendary, my friend.